This is Veteran Men's Epée quarterfinals, Quebec Provincials. I'm fencing Yannick. We've been fencing each other pretty much every single tournament since October, so we are very familiar with each other's styles. Yannick is very patient, tends to be defensive, likes to parry riposte, and then on offense he generally likes to flesh. So my plan at the beginning was to slowly push him down towards his end of the piece and perhaps have him make a mistake, either get too close or make a flash from bad distance. We get the yellow passivity card here, and that's fine. I'm halfway down his side of the piece and slowly progressing to cornering him at the back of the strip. And right afterwards, I found an opening for a flash. I was circling his blade, and he was disengaging that action, so I found an opportunity to surprise him. So now I'm trying to set up the exact same point. I'm going to again try to slowly move him towards his end of the piece, and again try to set up something very similar where I can find timing to do another flash. This flush wasn't timed as well. I think he was stepping backwards and he was still in the middle of the piece. Maybe he didn't feel cornered yet, and he gets the parry in, and I'm pretty lucky to get the remise.
Allez, Mike!
So now with the 2-point lead, and I had one successful flash and then one lucky flash, I thought that it was a good time to make a slight change. So I decided to hang out in the middle of the piece, try to see what would happen if he tried an attack, and see if I can get a counter attack or just make a double. So that one pretty much went to plan. I gave him a few false attacks and then got him to launch himself and got a double. So now I'm more thinking about how do I turn that double into a single. So maybe just stretch the distance a tiny bit and get him again to commit in the middle of the piece from a bad distance. So I got the action that I wanted, but for some reason either I was a bit too close, or I think my point was a bit all over the place trying to invite him in. So if I have to make a correction for either one of those things or both. So if I'm going to have my point really far off target, then I'm going to have a bit bigger distance. in between periods, I like to try to evaluate my action groups and my success rates. So that's 2 flushes, 1 worked, and then 1 I was lucky, and then 2 counterattacks where 1 was a double and then 1 was a single. So I'm not really thrilled with either success rates. So again, we're kind of back to square one in the second period, trying to feel them out again, trying to find different opportunities either on offense or defense, and see what new ideas I could find. We get red passivity cards, and while I have the lead, and I know that if another minute goes by, I win the bout. It's still not the best situation. I'd still prefer to have a 2-point lead. So rather than try to drag a minute out, I thought it would be better to score another single, and then I could play the passivity game.
Nice.
Try a faint disengage there, and I think I had caught on to his at least parry timing, and I think I might have been even a bit early on my disengage because I knew the parry was coming, but still caught him on the elbow area, and so now I have the 2-point lead. Passivity is a problem for him, so I'm really expecting him to push, so it's going to be a lot of trying to keep a good distance and then wait for the flush and counterattack. And there's a double where it pretty much went to plan. He pushes the distance. I am a bit big there, but still when he starts his flush, I'm on target and we double off. So I'm pretty much expecting the same type of situation where he's gonna try to slowly push me to the end of the piece and try to get a point. I think right there we both just missed each other. He just missed my leg and I missed his head. So keep on going, and again, just waiting for that flush to show up. On that one, he flushed from pretty far away, and I'm really surprised I didn't get the double.
It's okay, Mike. Next point.
So now I have a 1-point lead, but I'm not really aware of the time. I think I know there's about a minute left, but I'm not looking at the time anymore. I'm more focusing on trying to get the action that I want, and I'm not fencing the situation. And so then I start an attack there. I really think I was a bit early on my disengage, so he even parried after I'd done a disengage. It was mistimed, and then I'm looking for like a remise or second intention, and there's just nothing there. So I should really just try to escape and reevaluate. So now there might be about 30 seconds left, but I'm again not aware of how much time is left, so I decided to switch to an offensive game, try to push him and get a point that way and look for an opportunity. I do a direct flush there, which he almost parried, so I don't know if that was well prepared enough, because I could have done the hard feint disengage or hard engage disengage and gotten a higher percentage result, but at least it worked out this time. There's 0.45 seconds left on the clock, and I'm a bit tired, and I'm really not aware of how much time is. And then Yannick does a running attack, and I'm a bit lucky that there's such little time left, because if there's a bit more time, that might have worked. I try a duck to save myself, but I think his points still dropped and could have hit me, so it's just another lesson to be always mindful of how much time is left, especially late in a bout, and I have a 1 point lead.